Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alice's showroom. Today, Aaron, and will with my colleague James to give you the laser cutting machine introduction. And now, so we will introduce James to you for the new face.
This is James from CNC. Thanks everybody to watching.
Yes, thanks for our friends, the times and the consent for our machines and our company. So today, James, do you know what topic or what machine we will introduce to our friends?
Can you introduce ours?
Yes, I will introduce for the machine, the laser cutting machine, to our friends today. And for the laser cutting machine, we have introduced different models to our friends. But today, I will introduce for the special models for our laser cutting machine, especially for cutting tubes or pipes. Like these materials and the profiles machines, laser cutting machines. Yes, and for the laser cutting machine to cutting the pipes and the tube pipes like the square tube or the pipe. We will use this machine only to cutting this. We will use this machine. And today, this machine model is SEL6016T. And I will introduce for the machine from 3 parts. We will see from the PowerPoint also can see. And the first one is for our laser arrows. What we are. And the second is for the application. So for the machines can do what? And maybe in other words, we can see what materials we can do use this machine. And for the 3 parts is for the service of our company. So the next we will introduce for our factories, the laser cutting machine factories. We can from here to see our factory overview. Yes, for here we can see the 120,000 square meters of our modern manufacturing of our laser cutting machine workshop. Could you see?
Let's look at the video.
No. For the videos, we will introduce later. And now I will introduce for the machine, our factory, the inside. For our machine storage, many friends, maybe our customers or our clients will ask us what machines in your factories or your factories have the machine installed. Of course, yes. We have different laser cutting machines in factory, like the machines, the specialized machine. This machine is with the double worktable. We have introduced for our specialized laser cutting machine and the basic laser cutting machine we have introduced before. If any other customers or everybody's interested in it, you can contact us or you leave message. We can introduce you the basic laser cutting machine or the specialized laser cutting machine clearly. And now here is the laser cutting machine without the protection. You can see the last one has the protection, the sheet metal. But now this laser cutting machine, only the worktable we can see the worktable clearly without the protection. From here we can see the different specialized, the high-tech laser cutting machine with protection. Yes, different. We have the large storage in our factory. So if any customers needs very urgently, we can adjusting the storage for our friends to delivery or ship to our friends directly. Maybe 1 week we will adjust the storage for him. And from here we can see we can see the basic laser cutting machine, the beam and the laser head. For the laser head occurs without the emblem. And from here we can see the sheet metal, the transmission here, and we'll have the motor in here. The transmission, the ball screw and the leaning guard. And from here we can see the James. Do you know what is?
This is the machine, the one part.
Yes, this is the machine one part, but for this part is the cooling, like the air. And from here is the laser cutting machine. We will introduce this specialized the tube, the laser cutting machine, specialized for tube and the pipe doing. From here, we can see the CNC system. For the laser cutting machine CNC system, different from others. We use our the standard CNC system, the cut codes. And for the laser head storage, for the laser head, do you know we buy this or we make this? The laser head.
Because
No, my question is for this laser head, we made it or we buy this in
we-
factories.
we buy this.
No. For the laser head, for the laser cutting machine or the laser head, we have 4 research and design center in our laser cutting machine, the factory. We have 4 research and design center. And for the laser head, we made it by ourselves.
Okay.
Yes, for the
Yes.
laser head, we made it by ourselves, different from others. They buy or they from other ways. And for the laser head, we can control the quality and the price. So that the laser cutting machine quality and the price, we also control it. And for the sheet metal, in our the factory outside. And now we will introduce for the specialized laser cutting machine to do the pipe and the tubes, like the tubes, square tubes. And James, for the laser cutting machine, do you know how to choose it?
Sorry.
If customers or a friend ask you, I need a laser cutting machine, how do you know how to recommend it the right machine to him?
Our laser.
For example, I'm a friend, I'm a boss like our friends. I will ask you, James, I need a laser cutting machine. The next sentence you will ask me what?
Okay, what do you want to use the laser cutting machine to make products?
Yes. I get you mean. You want to ask me the workpiece, right?
Yes.
Yes. For the laser cutting machine, we also need to confirm or clear the workpiece. details in advance so that we can provide the right solution to our friends. And for the first one, what we need to confirm with our friends for the about the workpiece. The first one is for the cutting materials. We have yes we have list for you. If our friends if you need the cutting machines, please clear the materials you want to do. What materials you want to do? Because different materials, different thickness will be equipped with a different laser source. Yes, we can from here to learn this. And for the metal or the steel or the laser cutting machine to do the materials, we have about five. But in common, we also use for the four common materials. The first one is for the carbon steel. This is the carbon steel. We can see this is the carbon steel. And the next is stainless steel. Stainless steel. And the next one is for the aluminum. But in here, we not have the aluminum the materials. Maybe our friends have this. And the fourth one is the brass or the copper. And every different materials with different thickness they do. And the next one, the first one is we need to clear or confirm the materials with our boards. Yes, and the second one is for the thickness. The materials or the workpiece the thickness is worth so to confirm in advance so that we can recommend the right laser source with the machine. For the first one is for the photos about to the cutting 16 millimeter for the stainless steel. For the stainless steel, but this workpiece about 5 millimeter, the stainless steel. And so we have clear. The first one is we need to clear the workpiece materials. The second one is for the materials the thickness. The third one is for the size. The size will be the laser cutting machine worktable. How to confirm the worktable size depend on our customers the workpiece size. Yes, if our friends have a workpiece, the length 3 meter, and for the width 1.5 meter. So we need to recommend it our friends use the what machine do you know? For the basic laser cutting machine, we need to recommend it for the SEL3015 G series, the basic laser cutting machine. Yes, and now today we will need to introduce for the specialized the laser cutting machine for tube and pipes. We can see the worktable here. And this for the chuck, this for the synthesizer, and for the convenience here. The next one, for the specialized laser cutting machine, we have about 6 advantages of this machine. So today we will introduce for the advantages of our laser cutting machine to you. Do you know the first one? Yes.
The first one is heavy duty how mechanical strength.
Yes. For the first one, advantage of our laser cutting machine, the first model SEL6016T the laser cutting machine. The first one is heavy duty, high mechanical strength. And for our the worktable, the laser cutting machine bed, we also made by ourselves from the raw materials, the steel, and we milling this, and from the cutting and milling, cutting, pipe welding and milling. We'll have the high precision and the raw vibration stable for the laser cutting machine when the laser cutting machine working. The
Second one is turbo pipe cutting software.
yes, for our specialized the laser cutting machine for pipes and tubes, we use the special the tube pro pipe cutting software in our equipped with our laser cutting machine. So when the laser cutting machine cutting the pipes and the tubes will be very high precision. The next one,
The next one is
pneumatic.
self certain chuck.
Yes, from the photos we can see the chart. Maybe not clear. So if you need the more clear photos or the videos, you can contact us and we will send to you the photos and the videos to you. You can check it more clear. From here we can see our the pneumatic the self-centering chart. This is a more important thing. Will be have the high clapping accuracy and the speed, moving speed very fast. We continue.
Next one is claw release detection function.
Yes, and this the function is a very necessary function to improve the reliability of the double taps in operation of our laser cutting machine working.
The last one is ultra short tailings.
For this, the functions is to save the cost for our friends because when the laser cutting machine working will be will be waste some materials, but have this the short tears will be remove all save the materials very save the materials because the smallest the remaining material is only 20 millimeter, very short. And for our the machine, we also have the special lead function. Yes, make it easy and more stable to cut the thin plate. How to see? This material not too thick, but if you have the thick materials, if you use this function, will be very clean and very very stable to cut it. And for the specialized function, we also have the last one, the advantages.
The last one, the advantage is pipe length.
Yes, and for our laser cutting machine for the pipe and the tubes, different pipe and tubes vary the length different, but for the pipe length of laser cutting machine, this model SEL6015T can do. We can do up to 6.5 to 7 meter. From 6.5 meter to 7 meter. We can do up to this long length. And this for our laser head or laser cutting machines. We have talked about the laser head. We made it by ourselves, right, James? We made the laser head by ourselves in our factories, the research and design center.
Okay.
Yes, and for our laser head, we also have four advantages.
One, the first is also focus.
Yes, for the laser head, we also introduced before, but now I will introduce our laser head briefly. And the first one advantage is for the automatic spokes, because when our laser cutting machine working, the laser head to working here, and we will input the date into the CNC system in advance before the laser cutting machine working, then to cutting the first place and to cutting the second place, the laser head can focus automatic. Can you get my mean?
Yes.
Yes, can focus the workplace automatic. Yes, and for the laser cutting machine working, we also have the water cooling system. Because for the laser cutting machine working, the temperature will be very high, and when working, the temperature very high, or maybe have sometimes or have some fire. We need to equip with the cooling system to ensure our laser head the use life, and to ensure the workpiece the accuracy. And the third one is for the repeat lightning cutting. We can see the surface of our workpiece a little shiny. And for the shining cutting technology, this for our laser height advantages. So for the tube laser cutting machine, we also have the different putting the hole to introduce for you. And from here we can see here is the normal putting to have a hole. And from here we can see the progressive punching to have a hole. Because this function with the compression of the gas system. And for the laser cutting machine, the other key parts of the laser source, do you know?
In the source.
Because the laser cutting machine also have the same key parts is the laser source. The laser source is a very important the parts of laser cutting machine. And for the laser source, we have two brands to equip with the machine. And for our the standard brand is for the first one is the Recuse RE1COS standard brand. We equip with the machine. And the second brand is IPG. Yes, for the different brands to meet our different friends to choose, because different brands have different the machine using the how to say because different friends use the laser cutting machine have different needs. So we have two brand laser source to meet our customers or our friends to use it to choose it. And now I will introduce for our laser cutting machine the specialized laser cutting machine for pipe and tubes. We can see here the first one and the third one. For the working area, the length and the width for our the laser cutting machine SEL 6016T. The size we do the 6 meter by the 160 millimeter the workpiece. You know this?
Yes.
Yes. And for the 160 millimeter, how we to confirm it? We need to confirm the tubes, the width, or the pipes, the diameter. If the pipe diameter about 100 millimeter, so the machine will be different.
Yes.
And the second one is for our the SEL 6016T laser cutting machine, the cutting capital. We can see the different materials. The first one is for the stainless steel, and the second one is for the carbon steel. Stainless steel and the carbon steel. And for the different thickness have different working speed. For the thickness, if the thickness very thick, the speed will be fast. And the above is for our specialized the cutting machine for tubes and pipes. And for the service, I want to talk about today because due to the situation of this year, our friends, you cannot come to China to visit our factories and to do the inspection for the machine. And so we want to talk about the service today. And this for the machine delivery, the package photos. We have different package photos we can send you if you need it. And the training and the warranty is our the standard insurance for the different machines, and for the warranty about 2 years. Today, this is a important point I want to say. For the laser cutting machine, we have delivered to our friends like the Mexico or the Italy or other countries, and we support the after sales online, and we also can buy the video call to introduce or to installation the laser cutting machine to support our friends, because the situation, how to see the situation very bad now, so we only can try our best to support our friends. We can see this is the technical support team in the WeChat group. For the WeChat group or the WhatsApp group, we also can support you by the video call or take the videos to you. Will be more clear and more faster to support you to install to complete your machine, and use the fast time to put this machine in your production. Different machine, we also have different technical support team for different friends. And if any questions, you can contact us, no matter you buy or you not buy, because we all online 24 hours to support you. This for our after sales and fast service system. If you want to know more, you can contact us. So today, thanks so much for your time to listen our introduce. So Mr. James and Aaron to say thanks so much to our friends. So our introduction can finish today.
Yes.
Yes, maybe see you next time.这